I was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis when I was 4 months old. It's like having a cold or the flu that never goes away. And eventually it leads to needing a double lung transplant or you pass away. I'm travisflores. I live with cystic fibrosis and I am in need of a third double lung transplant. I think the first thing I need to say about growing up with a chronic condition and even living with it now is that the majority of chronic illnesses are invisible. You would never know by looking at me now, at least I hope, that I'm in this position of dying. For the most part, as a child, I lived a happy, normal life. My parents did a wonderful job, and my two brothers did an incredible job at supporting me and making sure that I felt normal. I didn't quite understand that I was sick until the moments I was in the hospital. But when I was a teenager, I started coughing up blood, and that was a real turning point with my understanding of this was going to take a toll on my life, and it wasn't going to be easy, and that I had a condition that, by definition, could shorten my life. And without the third double lung transplant, I won't survive. When I went through the first transplant and I survived, I decided I can't hide who I am. It gave me an eye-opening to who I needed to become. Cystic fibrosis, for the longest time, I've said, I don't live for it, I live with it. And I think there's a difference there. And I used to say that it didn't define me as well. But I believe that given the fact I have survived and overcome so much, I think it does, in a way, define who I am. A lot of times people try to put adjectives into association with me, like inspiration or brave. You know, all of these amazing words that I'm very, very humbled by. But I really believe one of the strongest adjectives about myself is cystic fibrosis survivor. I think that's important, and I'm proud of that. The second transplant really is where things changed. And it was because I had a very close encounter with death. In 2017, I was in the hospital. I had 2 collapsed lungs, tubes in my chest. Every breath was labored. I told my mom to get the nurse. I knew what was happening. I was going to die. In that moment, it was now. My mom even knew, I think. She got up in the middle of the night and she didn't hesitate. She just got up and she didn't break eye contact with me. It was like she needed to make sure I was okay. Every step she took. Really, the last thing I remember saying was, "Mom, I'm sorry," or something like that, and then I'm dying. And I just let go. And it was the most remarkable, beautiful, merciful feeling I have ever experienced in my life. And I want to know what that was after that long of fighting. What would have happened if I kept going? When I came through it, I was different. I've just become so grateful for life, and I've realized that I don't have any control of time. So my time that I do have, I'm gonna spend it living in the present moment. And when that time comes that I'm not here, I just wanna be at peace. And I want my family to have peace, because this has been it's been a really long battle, and they deserve that. I deserve that. I think about death every day, every single day. But the way I view death is very different. I would say for the majority of my life, I associated fear with death. I definitely was scared of the unknown, and I think that that is a lot of why people fear death. I was scared of the religious aspect. Did I do everything right in this life so that I could have this amazing experience in the afterlife? But I wish I would have had the understanding of death that I have now earlier, because I see death as this beautiful experience that I get to share with every other person in this world. It unites every one of us. I view death as the neighbor next door who constantly is coming over and knocking at my door with cookies, and I'm just not home. I don't answer their door. I don't go and get the cookies. But one day, I will open the door and welcome in that neighbor and have a wonderful plate of cookies and be happy. I think our society puts way too much attention into finding absolute answers. At the end of the day, life is not going to be an absolute answer to something. I think life is about finding the gratitude and beauty in every situation, so that in the end, whenever that is, you don't look back and go, why did I spend all that time upset about those little things? Having gone through what I've gone through, I try my best to put more of my energy into love. And I think that my life now moving forward is all about securing time and to have more time with my baby niece, who will be a year old in just a month, my parents, my brothers, and my husband. It's about that.